YouTube, what's good? Everyone having a great day today. Happy Wednesday, Hope Day. Now I'm playing with y'all. I'm actually about to make a chicken sandwich right now. You guys want to see that? It's gonna be high protein. It's gonna be very delicious. The only thing I wish I had better was like healthier rolls. The rolls I'm gonna be using 170 calories. Yes, they do have 7 grams of protein, but also has 39 grams of carbs. I wish it was more around like that 20, 30-ish. Well, it's 39, but you know what I mean. I wanted the low 30s. But it is what it is. We're going to make this. I'm probably going to make my own sauce as well, too. Probably going to spread the roll with some guac. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be enjoyable, and I want to see you guys there. So, let's go. Woo! What's up, fam? So when it comes to this meal, basically what you want to do is, like, let's say if you have chicken cutlets or chicken tenders, any of one of them works. Basically, I took my chicken. Once I took my chicken, the biggest thing I did is I put chicken paste on, which is like seasoning. And then from utilizing that seasoning, I put black pepper. And then from black pepper, I put a little bit of sweet teriyaki. It's like a 0-calorie one. And then from the sweet teriyaki, I just marinated a little bit and just let it sit there for a bit, like, I'll say 6 to like 12 minutes, depending on what you're doing in between. In between, I wanted to make the guac. So after I turn on the fire, just let that cool in a little bit. Biggest thing I did is put it to the side. And as I put it to the side, the biggest thing I wanted to do was actually create the guac. And I like to make my guac naturally. So it's just tomatoes. Sometimes I put onions. But today I only had tomatoes. I had guac, and then I had lemon. And also I had black pepper and salt to it. And that just allowed me to make the guac a lot easier. But most importantly, it was tasty. It was really tasty. I love that, guac with like a lemon aftertaste to it, So yeah, after we squeezed in the lemons, one thing that we did was basically add, again, seasonings, black pepper, a little bit of salt. I wanted to add some like Italian seasoning, but I didn't have any, sadly, because the Italian seasoning makes the guac sometimes. But yeah, from there on, we just started setting the chicken in the pan. It was heated, it was nice and ready. And the biggest thing you want to do, guys, is you want to do like 3 or 4 minutes on each side for about 2 to 3 times. To get a really nice color. Most importantly, make sure that the inside is nice and cooked. And you want to keep the juice in there. One thing that I did was like the final like 2 minutes it was on there. I put the cover on just so you could just keep it heated, steam it a little bit, so therefore all the juices can secrete inside the actual chicken. And I love a chicken that that's nice and juicy, just like I love a steak that's nice and juicy. You can make both just like that. So from there on, after flipping it a few times, we're just setting up the bread. Basically a roll. I wish I had like a whole wheat roll, which is still like lower in calories, but this is what we had at home, and you got to make do with what you got. After that, I spread the guac on the roll, and then once I spread the guac on the roll, the biggest thing I wanted to do was add my feta cheese, and then once I added my feta cheese, I wanted to add the spinach, and in between, I was flipping the chicken over back and forth, just giving me like some context. But yeah, we put on the spinach, and from there on, all we had to put was put on the chicken. And once we put on the chicken, I wanted to put an egg over easy. And you don't have to do this. I just wanted to do it because for me, I love an egg over easy. I'm just like a regular chicken sandwich, especially when you're making it from home, guys. Why not? Especially since it adds, a little juiciness to it. It adds a little texture, a little flavor, So yeah, after I slid down on there, the biggest thing was just eating it. And one thing I did was like I made this for like a short, and you guys probably see the short, or if you go to my Instagram, you can see the short at Carl McGill. At Carl_McGill Fit. And it was basically like a little skit that I did about, instead of treating Chipotle, make your own chicken sandwich at home. And guys, this will save you so much more time and money because, while you're ordering your Chick-fil-A, I already created this. And it's fuller, it's tastier, it's juicier, and it has a lot more flavor to it that's going to allow you to actually, feel satisfied throughout the day instead of just eating Chick-fil-A and the minute you eat it, you're hungry again. Why? Because there was no flavor or texture within that bad boy. But yeah, after I ate that, very delicious. And I highly recommend giving it a try. But yeah, going into my workout today was a shoulder and chest day. Majority shoulders, and I would say minority chest, just a little bit. Biggest thing I wanted to do was start with lateral raises, and I started with a superset. It was basically lateral raises with just like a regular easy bar chest press. In the easy bar chest press, you guys could utilize like those curl bars that they have at your gym. I used the 110. So from there on, basically, just getting as deep as possible when it came to like my chest press. I'm really keeping tension on, and then after doing that, I did that for 3 sets around 10 for both, and then I transitioned into the overhead press. After doing the overhead press, I only did the overhead press for 3 sets of 6, and I just kept it the same weight the entire time, focusing on a slow eccentric so I could really feel those fibers. And then once I'm down, let's say past chin level, power it up. So press up, slow eccentric, really feel that tension, and then power it up. This is going to really allow you to engage your shoulder muscle instead of just pressing and pressing. Guys, the biggest thing you don't want to do is like when you're doing shoulder exercises is like thrusting up and down. thrusting is just going to put a lot of pressure on your lower back, and you don't want that, right? You want longevity when you're working out. And then after this, we transition into the chest press, which is machine chest press. And machine chest press is one of my favorite exercises because it really puts you in a great position versus, let's say, a seated chest press. Versus a seated chest press, there's a lot of adjusting to it, to make sure that, let's say the handle of the bar towards your, like the midline of your chest or your nipples. But with this, all you have to basically just slide into that position, and you're able to get a deeper stretch, in my opinion, when it comes to this exercise. And I went just for 3 sets of 6, and basically just having a 2-second eccentric, pausing at the bottom, and then really powering it through. For the last one, I did a little bit like a pulse, which is basically like a half rep and then a full rep. And one thing that I did for my last set is I did a drop set, so I went straight from 225. Well, not really 225. I'll say what, 90 on each side. Yeah, so 180. Yeah, 180, and then from 180 back to 45 on each side. And then same thing. It's slow eccentric, really feeling that stretch and pressing through. And guys, I highly recommend doing this, especially if your main focus is just to build aesthetic physique. Yes, you can go in the gym and push heavy weight, but pushing heavy weight can only get you so far. When you really want to get in tune with your body and change your body, it's all about the way you work out. It's all about the eccentric. It's all about the motion. It's all about the range of motion. It's all about the fluidity of your movements. And if you can make your movements fluid, but you can also feel every fiber in every second, the more and more your physique's going to turn into the physique that you actually want. So the biggest thing is when you go in the gym, focus on actually, putting pressure on yourself to focus on time and attention, the little stuff. It will make the biggest differences. And then after this, we went for chest flies, almost kind of the same thing. One thing I like to do is low to high chest flies, but not really low or high. I like to line the cable pulley like shoulder height, and then from there on, I like to lean back. And then when leaning back, I like to lead with my elbows, right? Meaning I'm leaning back with my elbows, stretching through, and then pressing out. Versus most people, they usually like leave a slight bend in their elbow. For me, I like that full bend at the bottom because I get a better stretch, but most importantly, I get less shoulder pain while doing this. You can see this puts me in a great position. Stretch the chest, boom, power through. So I would highly recommend trying that as well too. For me personally, I think it's a lot more beneficial. Like me, I'm a believer of like 4-range of motion. Bodybuilding is an angles game. Put yourself in the best angle to feel the deepest stretch while getting the best contraction. But yeah, overall feeling great about the physique, guys. We are literally 14 weeks out. Yeah, 14 weeks out. We're getting leaner. We're getting tighter. And now it's just about fine-tuning the little things. There's no rush to it. You got to be patient. Take your time. And then as we go, we get leaner. As we go, we make adjustments. But yeah, loving this so far. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. And definitely more will be coming. Tonight is actually going to be a leg day. I didn't want it to be a leg day, but it is what it is. It has to be a leg day. And I'll catch you guys there. It's going to be an exciting one. It's going to be a fun one. But yeah, with that being said, fam, guys, the rest of your day. Stay beautifully blessed. Peace.